And we are live. All right, welcome to the first edition of the Drewski James Market Minute. My name is Andrew, also known as Drewski or Krycopter or whatever the hell you want to call me. So I want to talk about the stock market a little bit here, a little bit of Bitcoin, a couple other things on my mind. And yeah, leave a comment in the chat. Let me know how the audio is. Working on camera angles here. Hopefully everything works out. We'll give it a go here. All right. So the stocks are fucking delusional. Let's see. Unofficially, S&P closed down 43 points. What a run for the Bulls, huh? We started Jan 6 with a big old up day. Basically didn't stop. S&P was trading around 38.25, and then basically ran straight to 4,200. All on bad news is good news for the old market. CPI kind of cooled down. Disinflation is very different than deflation. Disinflation just means inflation is going up, but at a slower pace. Prices are still going up, and they will continue going up forever, because even if we get inflation back down to 2%, that's exactly what the Fed wants us at. AKA, every year they want prices of most of the shit that we buy and spend and rent and everything else in life. They want it to increase at 2% a year, every year. They want prices to continually to rise. That's what they think growth is. We'll get into philosophies about that later, but for now, CPI is coming down, which is ultimately better news. That kind of started our run on Jan 6th. The other thing that the Fed wants is basically people to get fired, and that's just not happening. Today's jobs report was 517 new jobs, although slightly the statistics slightly, I don't want to say rigged, but it's just not very clear. I think 90% of those jobs were part-time, so unsustainable. Multiple of those people are working multiple jobs now, so is that good? Is that good for the economy, or is the consumer sound if he needs 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet with inflation at 6%? I don't think so. I don't think that's good at all. However, stocks think it's good, which there's an old saying that says the market can be more irrational than you can be. What's the word? More irrational than you can stay. What is it? God, now I forgot it. The market can stay rational longer than you can stay solvent. That's it. Basically, we're on a cliff's edge. FOMC, or the cliff's edge around 3,800 S&P, and we stuck there for 2 or 3 weeks fighting that area. Finally broke up, and then because of that, a lot of people got caught off sides looking for a big cliff dive. We didn't get it. We went the other way. The thing that's being priced into the market, or it was until today, was bond market was expecting 2 rate cuts this year, starting the second half of the year. And when Powell came out yesterday, was that 2 days ago, on the FOMC decision, he raised 0.25, and I texted this to one of my buddies. The Goldilocks was, he talks a little hawkish, raises 0.25, market's going to like that. Pretty much exactly what happened. He thinks he's encouraged by inflation, disinflation, again, crafty words. We're still getting skull fucked on it, but encouraged by that, he thinks the tight labor market is fine for now. I don't think anybody saw. I think expectations were 180 some thousand jobs, and we blew that number out today. Basically, I guess, going back to my point on this one, is the bond market was pricing into price cuts, and now at today's jobs number, everybody was offsides. Bonds yields went way up today. Huge spike. Dollar went way up today. Everybody's caught offsides. What's interesting is when we opened today, it was a frenzy, a buying frenzy. I think Meta jumped $8 off the bat. Apple went from 48 to 56 in minutes. And what that did is just basically provide liquidity so that they can just start dumping shares, catch retail offsides, and then start hammering shares. Apple came out last night, Google came out last night, and Amazon all slowing down. Not good reports on any of them, but I guess Amazon and Google kind of got taken to the shed a little bit today, but Apple, basically the best run company ever created, multi-trillion-dollar company, if they're slowing down, pretty much everybody else is slowing down. However, stocks are still delusional. We're still in la la land, delusion land. We broke a long downtrend, but what's going to happen next? The VIX is at 18 and change. Historically, that's pretty good for stocks, but when we have these big sell-offs and VIX doesn't move, it's a new paradigm, and it's going to wreck a lot of people, because what you thought relationships between VIX and stocks were before are going to be completely different now. We'll get more into that probably a different day. Let me shift gears a little bit here. I want to talk about Silvergate. Silvergate's a crypto bank, and for the longest time, if you're on Twitter at all, there's a few people who really chirp about how they're basically just a money laundering bank. They have a bunch of small retail banks that basically look like broken down sheds, and somehow they were multi-billion-dollar bank. And yesterday, the SEC finally comes out and says they're investigating Silverbank for their connections with Alameda and FTX. Sam Bankman-Fried, whatever the fuck his name is, and looking into him for money laundering. This stock was, let me pull it up. I think it was $100 and some bucks. Took a big dive when everybody started realizing that this is just a giant money laundering scam bank. What was it? The high was 240-ish. That's nuts. It's now trading around $20. That news came out after hours last night. It dropped $5, and then this morning it was up. If it gets caught money laundering, the bank goes to zero. Done. Doors are shut. Never comes back. Gone. Forever. Stock zero. Yet it was green this morning. We're in la la land. Nothing makes sense, which makes it tough to trade. Bitcoin's back at 23,250-ish. That's had a nice run recently. And when you look at everything that ran, let's see, Carvana had a huge run. They were up, 400% in a month. Carvana, insolvent, close to bankruptcy. Let's see what else was up. Coin, another trash company. 120%. That's good. That makes a ton of sense because that's a well-run company. Let's see, Robinhood. Not too bad, up 40%. These are on a month. All these names got short squeezed. And when that happens, just basically everybody piles in on the short side, and then, the narrative shifts a little bit, and everybody gets caught off sides, and it's a frenzy. And whenever this happens, it's interesting. The same thing happens to Bitcoin. Bitcoin was sitting at 16,000 forever. All these other stocks I just mentioned, pretty much at near lows, all-time lows. And when they started ripping, Bitcoin started ripping. Bitcoin is a risk asset. If it was an asset that you should have long term, it would still be 50, 40K. It would not have dropped to 16 and then rallied at the same time as all these trash companies rallied. We'll get more into coin in future episodes, but we're living in la-la land in the markets. That's just the bottom line. And what I'm going to try to do is navigate us through it. So this is day one. I'm going to do these as often as possible. Probably, hopefully after, a couple minute update after each market close. And just kind of go over the day. All right. Also, soybeans are trading at $15 a bushel. That's not good. That's not good for food prices anywhere. What I think is going to happen in the near future is we're going to start selling back off. And it's going to be more violent than what the second half of last year was. It's going to be fast. It's going to be vicious. We're going to have crazy bounces. It's tough to hold positions in this market. It's so whippy. It's so illiquid. The longer you hold, if you're holding out of the money calls or puts, the longer you hold, the better chance you are getting fucked. So I tend to day trade. I tend to hit it and get the fuck out, reset, let the market settle out, and do it again. So it's kind of my philosophy. That's how we're going to do it. Let's see. I think for day one, that's pretty good. Leave a note. It's kind of a cloudy day today, but background might change a touch. But angle, audio, let me know how it all sounds, looks. If you guys want me to talk about something specific, hit me up in the chat. Happy to chat about that. We're living a fucked up time. Everything is crazy. There's a Chinese spy balloon over Montana, and no one's doing anything about it. Oh, we're just going to wait until it goes ahead and flies off. Yeah, good job. Real good job. And long term, I think Tesla goes to $50. So that's day one. Hopefully there'll be a lot more of these to come. Tell your friends, tell your mother, tell everybody you know. I guess what I'll do, this will be kind of neat, is look through the old stream chat and see if there's any questions in here. Oh, Projector Bach. I think he's got a stream somewhere too. Oh, that's what he needs a chin. Oh, I also think Powell is an idiot. But so there's that. But at the end of the day, he controls all the money, so he can do whatever the fuck he wants. No questions, thanks. It looks sharp, thank you. Light is coming in well, that's good. Child trafficking? That's for a later episode. How's the audio there, Projector? I think my mic is a little bit too high. I need to pop pop filter. You can keep hearing me breathe. Very crisp. Good to know. Good to know. All right, well, it's Friday. Thanks for joining me. I will get better at these as I prep a little better. But first run, so good so far. All right, I don't know how to fucking end this thing, though. So you guys are all along for the ride. 15 minutes, damn. All right, good to know. Thanks, projector. I will keep my voice here. I tend to move around a lot, too. I gotta work on that a little bit. I need my microphone a little bit higher. I think I gotta get a microphone arm. Microphone so I can swing it around. But for now, it'll do. Let's see. That's it for me. Thanks for watching. Thanks, projector. And whoever else this other person was for a minute. That's the Market Minute. We'll see you guys maybe Sunday night or Monday after the close. What? I gotta what? I don't know what that is. I'm not selling out if that's what you're wondering. Alright, I think, do I do it? I do it here. Alright, love you guys. We'll see you. I'll do one on Sunday night, and then we'll start grinding them out from there. Stay solvent, stay safe, hug the people you love, and we will see you guys on Sunday. Okay, love you, bye.